The average global temperature has risen by 0.8 degrees Celsius since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in the 1760s. This may seem like a small change, but the implications are tremendous. It's causing polar ice caps to melt, which is hurting the polar bears. It's altering the genetics in insects and other small animals. It's causing species to stray from their native habitats at alarming rates, and even altering the breeding seasons of penguins and other animals across the globe. America is the leading user of energy, consuming approximately 11,209 kilowatt hours per year. That means that we're emitting roughly 20,681 pounds of CO2 per year per household. This is an issue for all of us.
The United States used over 2,000 metric tons of oil equivalent in 2012, which is a 0.7% increase since 1990. Even the slightest increase in energy when used in such staggering quantities can have impacts on many parts of civilization. Some widely used resources such as petroleum are finite and will not last forever. And you can see that the oil consumed per capita in the United States is extremely high when compared to that of the rest of the world. This could have extreme impacts on the rest of the world. Another implication of the overuse of energy is the negative environmental impacts that are associated with it. It is the countries that use the largest amount of energy that are most at risk for impacting the environment with the release of greenhouse gases. In 2004, energy supply, including the burning of coal, natural gas, and oil, accounted for over a quarter of the global greenhouse gas emissions. The emission of carbon dioxide from the burning of fossil fuels has increased 1.5 times since 1980 and over 16 times since 1900. In 2008, the United States accounted for almost 20% of these carbon dioxide emissions. These facts make it simple to understand why it is imperative that the United States reduces its energy usage.
Think about the amount of energy you use every day. Americans consume 2.7 times more electricity than Europeans, as shown in this graph. If that doesn't make you question your energy consumption, consider this. The amount of energy wasted in the United States could power the United Kingdom for 7 years. So is this energy usage ethical? Many Americans go about their day consuming as much energy as they please without even blinking an eye. The U.S. has been on a downward trend in total energy use, but hasn't trickled down as consistently as the UK. So America still has a ways to go.
So what can Americans do to reduce their emissions? Driving is a huge factor in the difference between energy use in these countries. On average, Europeans drive half as much as Americans and drive smaller, more fuel-efficient vehicles, which reduces emissions in the atmosphere. European cities were not built to withhold heavy traffic, so residents are not inclined to buy cars and are more likely to take public transportation, walk, or ride bikes, which is the complete opposite issue we have here in America, where cities were built to withhold lots of traffic and Americans like to drive large gas-guzzling cars. Our lifestyles are also very different down to how homes are built. In America, we are used to having a machine to dry our clothes and air conditioning everywhere, from our homes to public transportation. On the other hand, European homes are often built without air conditioning and clothes dryers, and are built efficiently enough to not need heat either. Lifestyle changes are not going to change overnight. Americans are not going to stop driving their large cars, and they are not going to throw out their air conditioners, but some simple changes can make a huge impact for the future. Buying compact fluorescent light bulbs use 4 times less energy and last 8 times as long. Other things like taking public transportation when going to work, and instead of getting rid of your appliances, just switching to energy efficient appliances can make a large difference over time.
This image shows the predictions for loss of plants and animals by the year 2080. The bottom two pictures show the loss of species if we reduce our energy emissions by 5% each year, starting in 2016. The top two images show the massive loss that will happen if we continue at our current rate. You need to make a difference.